Hey, what is up everyone? It's Mr. Ezra at Pompadour Gaming, and in this video, I'd like to break down our ARK playthrough for challenge mode, so you can know exactly what to expect, exactly what's going to make it challenging, so that you can go through the playthrough without having to worry about me explaining it 10,000 times. I definitely always wanted to do ARK for a challenge mode. As soon as I had the idea to do challenge mode, I knew I wanted to have an ARK playthrough. And part of that reason is because ARK's a really amazing game. Yes, it has its quirks and bugs, but I think it's still really amazing. But the other reason is because I love dinosaurs. Always have, always will. In fact, my favorite movie of all time is Jurassic Park. Hands down, will always be my favorite movie. In sickness and in health, my favorite movie. But like I said, I know we wanted to always do an ARK playthrough, and so I kicked around a couple different ideas about what to do with it. And by the time I finally got ready to start recording, they had announced ARK Genesis, which is what we're going to end up doing for our playthrough. Partly because it's new, and partly because it just looks so interesting. Some of the new creatures and stuff that's involved just look amazing, like the Ferox, the Magmasaur. It just looks amazing, and I can't wait to get started on it. Especially also some of the new locations, like the lunar area, the bog. I mean, these places just look beautiful, and I can't wait to experience them. So, you know, we're going to be doing ARK Genesis, but how exactly are we going to make it difficult? How are we going to do the challenge mode? So, first, a couple different things. You know, you might have seen on the opening video that Lady and I did together, where I explain a little bit about it. I gave you like a hint, but here's more detail on it. So first things first, we're going to have max difficulty on the dino levels. Everything will spawn in as high as it can be, up to level 150. I mean, obviously not everything is going to be 150. There's going to be some variation. But it's the ability to have them come in at level 150 at max. Next, we're going to have lower than normal experience yields. Initially, I had them set very, very low, but it made for a very boring episode to watch, because, you know, it was just me grinding the entire time. So we had them a little bit lower than usual, but not crazy low. Same thing goes for the resource gathering rates. I don't want you guys to watch me grinding, gathering things the entire episode, so it's a little bit lower than usual to make it more difficult, but not so low that it's just me sitting there gathering wood and thatch the entire time. Now, last thing you might have seen in that opening video is that I had listed no flyers used. And originally, when I made the idea for challenge mode, this seemed like an amazingly difficult thing to do, because it's kind of difficult to run around the maps without a flyer. You know, you can be killed at any moment. But then I found out that Genesis doesn't let you use flyers, so it doesn't matter. So we said, okay, well, we have to X that out. We can't use it. So instead, what are we going to do to make things extra difficult? And I finally came up with the idea, well, actually, I didn't come up with the idea. Lady M came with the idea to use PC controls. And what makes this interesting is I've never played on PC before. I've never played any video game. I just recently actually bought a gaming PC and decided, well, you know, maybe I should give that a try. And since I've never used the controls before, I actually planned on doing this series with a controller. And then Lady M said, well, why don't you just play with normal controls, and that'll make the game difficult. And I thought that was absolutely brilliant. So that's what we're going to do to make things difficult. But there are going to be a couple other things that we're going to do that aren't going to be difficult. So first things first, slightly faster taming. Again, it's just for the sake of the video. You guys don't want to watch me taming the entire episode, and I don't want to have to deal with that the entire episode. So it's a little bit faster than usual, just to make things more, flow better in the episode. Next is we have faster mating. Just again, you don't want to watch me doing that the entire episode. Same thing with the raising of babies, hatching the eggs, birthing from mammals and whatnot, and raising the young. You don't want to watch me doing that the entire episode. So we have it going faster, so that way it can make the episode flow a little better. And the last thing is slightly higher weight. So with both the character and with the dinos, the weight gets added a little bit extra with each different level up. And that's also just, you don't want to get bogged down every 5 seconds, because there's a lot of grinding in this game, and if you have to keep dropping stuff off every 5 seconds, it gets kind of annoying. But with the player character, it's not going to be as high. It's a little bit higher than usual, but not crazy high. The dinos, however, are really high, and that's because I feel like the dinos should be stronger than they are in the game, and they don't seem like they are to me. I don't really like it. I'm not a big fan. So we have the weight a little bit higher on the dinos, just to balance things out a little bit. A couple other things is that all the different items are going to stack higher, and there's a reason for that at the end of this little list. You'll see. I'm going to have the ability to get all the engrams because I'm doing the playthrough solo, and I want to make sure that I can unlock everything. So everything's going to be unlockable throughout the gameplay. Nighttime's just a little bit shorter because it's just for the sake of you guys watching. You don't want to see me stumbling around the dark. You want to be able to see the world I'm playing in, and I want to see the world we're playing in. So the nighttime is shorter just to kind of compensate for that. And last thing is that there are going to be mods added to the game. And that's just another couple things. You know, I'm playing on PC finally, so I want to have the mods. I couldn't do mods on PlayStation or Xbox, which I have this game available for on both those systems. So I want to add the mods to just add another layer to the game. And I don't have many mods. In fact, I just have this. Here's my mods list. I'm not going to go through each of these individually. If you want to learn more about them, you can. But I just have Structures Plus, Ultra Stack, which is, you know, how that goes to that first item, the All Stack higher. The Super Spyglass, a couple different of Eco's decor items, and then the Upgrade Station. But, you know, nothing too crazy. Nothing, you know, out of the wall. Nothing to make the game super easy or anything like that, because we still want to have a challenging experience. But that, in a nutshell, is what I'm going to do to make ARK Genesis interesting. It's going to be challenging. Unlike the Pokemon series, I have no issues with spoilers. I have looked up every bit of information about this game as I possibly can. I know everything about it, so I already know how much of a challenge it's going to be. A couple places I know I'm not going to want to go in the game, but all these different things are to, one, make it challenging, but two, make it better for you guys to watch. The things that are going to make it better to watch aren't going to make the game easier for me. It's just going to make it easier for you guys to watch. So again, this has just been a little bit of a show and tell of what I'm going to be doing with the game. It's not anything too crazy, but right after this video, you can be assured that episode 1 of Genesis will be available. So do not forget to give a like, don't forget to give a subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so you can be notified anytime one of the ARK Genesis videos gets released. Thank you guys so much. See you next time.